Alright, what's going on, everybody? It is Joker777, and I'm actually back with some more movie news. Sorry, I just had to take it into full screen there. Very interesting news actually coming out of the DC camp. This is actually something that I was actually kind of curious about when I first saw it on my Twitter timeline. You can see here it says Danny Elfman was brought on board to compose the Justice League score. And this is interesting to me because Danny Elfman actually wasn't the original composer for the Justice League. It was actually supposed to be Junkie XL. Junkie XL, he did some stuff on Passengers. He did a lot on the Man of Steel, I think. He worked very closely with Hans Zimmer. Sorry for the stutter there. Hans Zimmer apparently is like one of his idols, I guess you could say. I'll read a quote from him in a second. He kind of mentions Hans Zimmer, and Hans Zimmer is actually probably my favorite composer that works today. They both have a very unique sense of style. If you've heard a Hans Zimmer score, there's a lot of bass, a lot of rhythm, a lot of drums added to it, and Junkie is kind of the same way. And so when I first heard that Junkie was actually doing the score on the Justice League, I was actually kind of excited. I'm actually a very musically inclined person. Music is actually one of my passions in life. And so I love when a film has a good score. And I like what Hans Zimmer does. And so when I heard that Junkie was going to be on, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Well, so where did this come from? And if you look down here, it says following the recent departure of Zack Snyder. We all know that he left the project for personal reasons. You can go look up news about that. Joss Whedon was actually brought on board, and it's cool because Joss Whedon is recently just came off the Avengers series, and as we all know, the Avengers did quite well, and I believe that Joss Whedon can do an excellent job directing this. He's a dang good director, at least when it comes to the comic book films. I have to look up some more of his work. I'm just kind of throwing this together right here, just kind of get my thoughts on it. But I actually liked the way that he directed the Avengers. So he's bringing on Danny Elfman because he actually worked with Danny Elfman on the Avengers: Age of Ultron, which I'm guessing is the reason why he's bringing him in, and he's not going to work with Junkie. I'm pretty sure that he had to sit down with Junkie and talk to him about it, and I think he just has a different direction of what he wants the score to do as far as working with the film. Now, they are, I'm pretty sure, going to keep some of the music that Junkie has already recorded. I think there's a theme for Wonder Woman that they're going to keep. They're going to be keeping some things, and I think that's going to make the transition a little bit easier. But as you can see here, Elfman has actually done about 8 superhero movies. He's done Batman and Batman Returns from the late 80s, early 90s. You had the 2003 Hulk. I don't know if I would claim that. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 and 2, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, and like I said, he also worked on Avengers: Age of Ultron. As stated before, here's the quote from Junkie. It says an update here because originally, I guess because it was an early developing story, Screen Rant, I remember that they said something like Junkie couldn't do it because of a scheduling conflict, but now we actually have more to it. It says, as my mentor Hans Zimmer told me, which is again where I think that correlation with him and Hans Zimmer is. This is his statement, basically saying that he's very upset that he had to leave, but he wishes Danny, Joss, and all of them the best. You see here, following Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL's work on Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. He's going to go on to work on Tomb Raider. I feel better about Elfman being in there. He's definitely got the track record to prove that he knows what he's doing. And I think that it'll be in good hands with Joss and Elfman. I actually really like Elfman's scores. The only thing I have is how much are they actually going to keep from Junkie XL's original score? Because you gotta think, this movie's coming out in 5 months or something like that? Is that going to be enough time to record? Or actually, no. First of all, Danny Elfman has to compose some stuff because he wants to follow Joss Whedon's. They kind of have to corroborate. I'm pretty sure Joss Whedon has an idea for what he wants the soundtrack to sound like. Now it's just up to Danny Elfman to record it and compose as best he can to match Joss's overall vision. 5 months to compose a full soundtrack and to get it recorded. I don't know if that's quite an undertaking, but that would be kind of an undertaking to me. Because usually whenever I'm writing songs, it usually takes me a good week and a half to get a product that I'm actually satisfied with. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, 5 months to me, that's very, very much pushing it. Not unless they have an, I think it's called an orchestrator that's already written the music, and Danny's just going to compose it and lead the musicians. We'll have to see, but again, I was kind of upset that Junkie is not going to be doing it anymore, but Danny Elfman, he's got a proven track record, and I think the music's going to be just fine. So let me know what you guys think down below about this swap. Let me know if you're excited for Justice League, because Lord knows I am. And with that piece of news out of the way, I am Joker777, and I'll see you guys later.